Damen und Herren, hallo. This is the A1 Goethe Zertifikat Sprechen Teil 1. Please pay close attention because this is how the examination is going to be structured. So, please get yourself a book and a pen. Note this down. Teil 1, A1 Sprechen. It is referred to as Sich Vorstellen. That is, Sich Vorstellen simply means self-introduction. Okay, self-introduction. So the first phrase the invigilator will use to you is this. They will tell you the following. Bitte stellen Sie sich vor. That is, bitte stellen Sie sich vor, which simply means please introduce yourself. Now, after they tell you the phrase, you will be given the following paper, that is the like an A4, and then they will expect you to use those words on the paper to introduce yourself. Now, here are the words provided. The very first word you have is Name. Name, which now means name. Now, there are three ways by which you could use to say your name. The first one you could use, you could say, Mein Name ist, which is mein Name ist, that is, my name is. Alternatively, you could also say, Ich heiße, I am called. Or the last one, Ich bin, that is, I am. So I could say, mein Name ist John, or Ich heiße John. Or lastly, Ich bin John. Okay? So that was on Name. Now the second one is Alter. Now Alter is your age. How do you say your age? You simply say Ich bin, then you say the number, and then Jahre alt. Ich bin, then the number, Jahre alt. Okay, that is the age. For example, I want to say I am 20 years old. You simply say Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. For those of you who don't know how to say the various numbers in German, don't worry. There's a video I made on that. You can find it here on my wall, okay? So you now have the name, you now have the age. Then there's the other one, which is land. Land now means country. You want to say the country where you come from. You simply say, ich komme aus, and then you say the country. For example, I would say, ich komme aus Kenia, or ich komme aus Amerika, or ich komme aus Deutschland. Ich komme aus Uganda. So land is simply the country where you come from. Then the other one is Wohnort. Now Wohnort is the residence. You now mention where you live. So you could either use the verb wohnen or leben. They all mean to live. So where do you live? You now say ich wohne in. Then you say the place where you live. For example, I could say ich wohne in Kakamega, or ich wohne in Deutschland. Ich wohne in Kisumu. So Wohnort is the residence, the place where you live or stay. Okay, the other one is now Sprechen. Now, this one I like to stress a lot. Please be careful when you're saying this. Now, Sprechen with the A, Sprach, always with a capital S, it means languages. Sprechen, languages. If you remove the N, Sprache now means language, singular. Now, most people confuse this word Sprache with Sprechen. Remember, Sprache with an A is languages. Now, the verb to speak is Sprechen. So if I want to say I speak, and I say Ich spreche, Ich spreche, I speak. And then you say the various languages. Okay, let me mention some few languages. For example, I could say Ich spreche English, Swahili, Deutsch und Französisch. Or someone else could also say, ich spreche Swahili, Luo, Französisch und Deutsch. Okay, those are the languages. Okay, we have two more to go. The other one is Beruf. Now, Beruf is your profession. How do you say a profession? You now simply say, ich bin, I am, and then you say a profession. So if you're simply a student, just say, ich bin Student, if you're a male. But if you're a female, you now say, ich bin Studentin. Mostly in German for professions, the females mostly take the ending in, but not always, mostly. Ich bin Student for a male, ich bin Studentin for a female. Someone could also decide to say, maybe, like in my case, I am a teacher. I would just say, ich bin Lehrer von Beruf. Ich bin Lehrer von Beruf. Or alternatively, I could also say, if I was a female, ich bin Lehrerin von Beruf. Last example, ich bin Pilot, a guy, or ich bin Pilotin for a female, von Beruf, by profession. The last one you have is hobby. Now you want to say your hobby. It will depend if you want to say one hobby or two or more hobbies. Now if you say one hobby, you will now say mein Hobby ist. If I'm saying one, mein Hobby ist. That is, for example, mein Hobby ist Filme sehen. Okay, mein Hobby ist Filme sehen. My hobby is watching films or movies. Now, if I wanted to say two or more hobbies, now I'll say meine Hobbys sind. Meine Hobbys sind. Okay, for example, I want to say cooking and riding bicycle. Now I'll say meine Hobbys sind Kochen. Meine Hobbys sind Kochen und Radfahren. All right. Okay. Let me now, as we conclude, I want to introduce myself fully how the paper would go. Remember, I told you each one of you will be given this A4 paper with these words, and then they will expect you to introduce yourself using these words. Okay, and now I'm going to introduce myself without breaks in between. And then at the end, I would like you to also do the same. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You could make an audio of it, and then you will share with me later on in the comments so that I will hear how you do it, okay? So, let me now introduce myself fully without breaks in between. I will go. Mein Name ist Frederick Onyango. Ich bin 25 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Kenia. Ich wohne in Kisumu. Ich spreche Deutsch, Swahili, Englisch, Spanisch und Luo. Ich bin Lehrer von Beruf. Mein Hobby ist Radfahren. And that is how your part one of the A1 Sprechen Goethe Zertifikat is going to be structured. For those of you who wish to go ahead and enroll for classes or register for classes, please check at the pop flyer that I'm going to share at the end of this video so that you can reach us via WhatsApp or email to get to enroll for your classes. Well then, das ist alles für heute. Tschüss, bis dann.